Hey all, it's very good to see you. Welcome back. And today I have something a little different. I got this big box. But what's in the box is the Outer Wilds Collector's Edition. And I figured we could kind of look at it together while I unbox it and kind of give you some ideas if you're interested in buying it, what exactly it's going to be like. So I'm going to try my best just to stick this in the frame, and I'm just going to take some of the paper out. I pre-opened just the box itself and broke the seal on the box of the game. So this is as you would receive it from iam8bit. There's a little ad card in here for a couple games, Simpler Times and Pedal Runner on Steam. It's interesting. And then they have they've included a nice little iam8bit sticker. I think I have a handful of these now. And a little shipping bill. And let's get out the main attraction here. I think it's the last thing in the box. Okay. And the first thing I do want to say is this was very safely packaged. There's a lot of packaging to protect your items, so I do appreciate that. All right, and then roll in this. Here we have the goodies. So the first thing we have is the Outer Wilds Archaeologist's Edition. And one thing I am understanding about this game is that it has all the DLC on the disc, to my understanding. So that's good, because there was a copy that was released without the DLC on the disc. So, oh yes, it even says right here, Outer Wilds. I was trying to remember. I was like, damn, am I telling them the right stuff? So yeah, the Archaeologist Edition includes critically acclaimed time-looping mystery and its expansion, Echoes of the Eye, on the disc. So we do love that, folks. I won't talk too much about Outer Wilds. Top 5 games. I've played it so many times, and so when I saw that this collector's edition was on the horizon, I definitely wanted to pick this up. And here's your collector's edition goodies. So they come in a nice box here. And I quite like the logo design, Outer Wilds Archaeologist Edition. And here's the spine, which this is cool from the lens of you can display this very nicely on a shelf. I feel like I would have a really nice shelf experience if I was to pop this alongside my other games. And we get some terms on the back, and then similarly, here we go, we have on the spine, Outer Wilds Archaeologist Edition. Let's go ahead and open this guy up. The opening has a connected fold in here, which is pretty nice. It does kind of make it feel a bit more premium. And then let's take this bag out of the box and see what it's all about. So here we have the Canvas Traveler's Adventure Bag. And when I saw this in the promotional material, I thought this would be like a bag, I could just really use this as like a messenger bag. So it is kind of small, but it does have these metal rings up here. You could attach a little satchel support to, I don't know what those are called, a shoulder strap to it. And you could use this as a little bag. So it is kind of cool. I do like the construction on here. I mean, we're looking at nice canvas material. The supports in here are very, very nice construction. And the texture is quite nice too. And then the metal up here it feels nice and weighty. It doesn't feel like plastic. So they didn't really skimp on that. So I do appreciate it. Okay, now let's open this guy up. And it looks like how I could open it is just take the little hooks here and pull those out. And they both pull out going to the right. And then we'll flip this open. Okay, so wow, this is kind of cool actually. Wow, This is cool. I love how they've packaged this. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so let's start. There's a little fold in here, so you can quickly fold this back up. Now, that is a cool feature. It does make this kind of neat and handy, I'd say. There's a few pouches on the inside, and it is actually more spacious on the inside than I was expecting, just from how small it was. So let's first look at this little zip over here and see what we got. So inside we have the kazoo, and I don't know how to play a kazoo, so let's see if I can do it, or if I'm going to make a fool out of myself. Now, I believe maybe it's on the small end. Dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I should probably Google something like that before I make a fool out of myself. But I think you just hum into it. It kind of reminds me of maybe playing a trumpet. But I don't know if you're supposed to do it from the larger end or the smaller end, so I'll leave that be. But this is a kind of a cool little instrument I think you get. So you can see that it's kind of maybe a singular or two pieces of metal that have been brought together, or maybe a single piece of metal that's been folded in. And then I don't know exactly what this bottom piece does. Maybe it's part of using the instrument, but you know, that's pretty cool. I do like this as a little item you get, and it'll be nice on my shelf of collector's items and toys and things. Okay, let's see what's next. We have this little pin here, and this has the Eye of the Universe on it, and I believe it's meant to be used with Chert's bandana, which has been included here in the packaging. So let's just, we'll open this up, and let's take a look at it. Here it is. The print looks pretty good. There's kind of a strange bit of a waviness to the black pattern in there, but it still looks pretty cool. And on the back here is just, you kind of run the bandana through. So then let's take the bandana out, and let's see what the bandana looks like. Okay, so this is a pretty big piece of fabric here that you could do some stuff with. Okay, again, I'm going to show my complete ignorance on using something of this nature, but how do I put a bandana together? I don't even know. But I think once you have the bandana going, you can kind of run the pen through it. Or I know I've seen some photos from the collector's edition with Outer Wilds where they use this as kind of like a little fabric mat for laying everything else out on. So maybe we'll just do that for the rest of the video, so I don't look like too much of a fool any further. But to that extent, I do kind of like the material here. It's not super detailed up close, but the star patterns, of course, are supposed to make you think of Outer Wilds, surely. So we can appreciate that. I'm going to move this really quick and just lay down my nice new little bandana platform thingy. Could also do with a bit of an ironing, but that's not, of course, iam8bit's responsibility, more mine. Okay, let's see what else is in here. So the other thing we get is the shoulder strap. Okay, so we can put this on the bag. Again, let's look at these. So The metal here, the construction is pretty good. It's a little loose, but I don't think that's problematic from the construction lens. The rest of it feels like 100% metal. It doesn't feel like cheap plastic or anything that's been coated with a metal. So that's pretty nice. And I do like, again, the construction material, the texture. The feel of this is just quality. Feels like a nice piece of canvas material that you get. So not too bad. Okay, I'll put that off to the side for now. Here's the other thing we get. This is the Explorer's Journal. And let's see what it looks like inside. Explorer's Journal. Oh, or maybe it's not. This is the planetary patches, which folds out as like a little poster. Wow, that's kind of cool, I gotta say. And I don't remember, it's been maybe a year or two now since I've last played Outer Wilds, so I don't really remember all the planet names, but I have fond memories of visiting them and fond memories of being terrified by some of them along the way. So I guess if you wanted to, you could take these patches off, and then you could, of course, patch them onto things. But I do kind of like just this foley and how it's stored here. So I'm thinking what I'll do is prop it up somewhere on my game shelf and kind of enjoy it as a collector's piece. But that's very cool. So this is the planetary patches. Okay, let's see. Anything else in this pocket? No, this pocket is very nice and deep. And I didn't really mention this zipper here is nice as well. And the material in here implies that it's got a little bit of proofing to it, I guess. If you had like a pin in here, say it bled or something, I think the rest of this canvas bag would be okay. And then let's take a look at this. This is Outer Wilds Archaeologist Edition. And here in the packaging, we have another Outer Wilds game. And let's go ahead and break open the games themselves. So, somewhere near me, I brought a X-Acto knife. Where did I put that? Okay, I don't know exactly where it is, but we have other means of breaking this open. I'm just going to use a pen. And I'm just going to be very careful not to do anything except rip the plastic. Okay, so here is the game sleeve, Outer Wilds Archaeologist Edition. I believe why I have two games is because, as mentioned, I believe this original copy here that comes in the orange sleeve might not have the Echoes of the Eye DLC on the disc, I believe. I could be wrong. Okay, so here we are, Outer Wilds Archaeologist Edition. So one of the things I noticed is that this sleeve here is paper, and it actually comes right off of the top of what looks like a booklet. So this is pretty cool. So this is the journal I was mentioning earlier, and it looks like built into that journal is the game itself in the sleeve. That's awesome. And so here we are with the game in hand. So let's take a look. I have two versions of Outer Wilds Archaeologist Edition on PS5. And right away, I notice nothing too different on the front. The fronts look quite the same, don't they? So on the front, we're seeing the same thing. However, we flip it over to the back, and you'll see on the one on the right, the one that came with outside the packaging for the collector's edition, that it says Outer Wilds Archaeologist Edition, and then you see at the bottom Echoes of the Eye on disc. This one does not say on disc. This one says on disc. So if you're going out and you're buying Archaeologist Edition, please check that the seller has which version of the game the seller has posted, because there's a chance that you're going to end up with the wrong version, because otherwise they look holistically similar outside of just saying on disc right at the end. Okay, so let's see what is inside each of these games and if the contents vary. So let's see if this plastic is easy enough for me to rip open with my hand, and it appears to be. So this is the version that came inside the packaging that did not have the wording on disc for the game. And here's the insides. The CD looks fantastic. It has the planets kind of circling around the sun at the center, which is super cool. And then the inserts, we get a little poster. Here's a planetary chart of the Outer Wilds. Which planet is your favorite? I think Dark Bramble is mine, just because the first time I went there, I was terrified. And then the more I learned how to navigate Dark Bramble, the more intrigued I became to learn more about it. So that's what comes in the packaging with no on-disc Echoes of the Eye. Okay, and then let's see what's in the on-disc version. Oh, I'll have to try this plastic again. You can tell I've opened a lot of games with my hands, because taking off the plastic, second nature nowadays. Okay, so this is the version with Echoes of the Eye on disc. Let's open it up. And again, we're going to see similar CD design. And the insert, again, includes another chart of the planets. So one thing I'll add to the fact that I ended up with 2 copies is I was a very early on pre-order person for this game. I was really excited to own this. I have the PS4 version, which includes now a free PS5 upgrade for 60 frames, etc. I love this game. I love the contents of the themes of the game. I won't talk too much about it. I'll eventually make a video review, I'm sure, next time I play it. So I'll wax poetic at that point. But very cool to have both of these. It looks like if you buy this game, you are going to get similar contents for both. But what you really want to look for is, if you care about Echoes of the Eye being on the disc, you're going to want to see that on-disc piece in the photos from the seller, or confirm with the seller whether it says it, because it would mean that, I believe, if you pop this version in without the disc, it will load up, and then it will, then download the DLC from a server or something. But if you really care about having it on the disc, then just look specifically for that. So overall, I was thinking when I first popped open this adventurer's bag, kind of small, but after unfolding it, you could really fit a lot of stuff in here, and it's not small in the lens of being impossible to use for any purpose. It's more just compact, and I do actually kind of like that. I think I could really put just a handful of things in here I would need for like a little day trip around, and I could totally throw this on my shoulder and get going. And so that is pretty cool. And now that the contents are all gone, it's even more compact, and I just love, it says properties of Outer Wilds Ventures on the front. So, and let's see how easy it is to clip back up. Very simple, not bad at all. So there's the bag. Pretty cool. I'll find a fun way to use this, and to, of course, go about playing these games going forward. So these are all the little details about what you would get purchasing the collector's edition of Outer Wilds, the Archaeologist Edition. This comes from iam8bit. I love iam8bit. Their products are very cool. If you pre-order items from them, just recognize it's going to take time to get those items, and they should take the time required to deliver the quality products that they deliver on, right? So I do appreciate this. I paid with this all, of course, my own money. I'm not cool enough to get free stuff, but I was more than happy to do that. So, all things considered, I hope this video proved helpful to you. I was excited to tell you about a game that I love and share with you some of the cool items you can purchase in relation to the game. So, all said, I really appreciate you stopping by and look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you like the video, please like the video and subscribe. Would love to have you around for the next one. All right, guys, take care. See ya.